Welcome back to the channel, guys. Donald Trump has had enough. He's got other problems that he needs to take care of. The southern border is about to be resolved. He is unleashing a secret weapon on the cartels, and the cartels are not going to know when or how they were hit. Before we get started on this, make sure you hit the like, subscribe, thumbs up button, and leave a comment down below your agreement or disagreement with what Donald Trump is doing right now. There's an article came out about 2 hours ago regarding this secret weapon, and it is a weapon that has been around for a while. They cost about $32 million each. I love the name of it. It's the MQ-9 Reaper drone. It's got a payload of about 1,700 kilos, about 3,800 pounds, carry, I believe, between 4 and 6 Hellfire missiles, a couple of bunker busters. This is what's going on. Donald Trump is releasing this on the cartels. Got an article coming out right here. This is just straight reporting, and I'm glad to see CNN do this. I don't know what they're trying to do, gaining some credibility back with this. I'm surprised they're allowed to report on it, but let's jump right in. I want you to hear what they're saying. Okay, check this out.
To crack down on immigration and also on drug trafficking and shifting counterterrorism resources to the U.S.-Mexico border and beyond. CNN's Natasha Bertrand has this reporting. She's joining us now with much more on this. And what more are you learning, Natasha?
Yeah, Kate, so current and former officials tell me and my colleagues, Katie Bolillis and Zach Cohen, that the CIA under President Trump has been covertly flying MQ-9 Reaper drones over Mexico to spy on drug cartels.
Love it.
Now, this is all part of Trump's dramatic reorientation, as we know, of national security assets to the southern border. And CNN has previously.
Do you like how they say dramatic restructuring of border security? Yeah, because there was never any border security under the previous administration.
Previously reported that the U.S. military was flying spy planes in international airspace to monitor cartels, but these drones are actually flying over Mexico and inside Mexican airspace, which is a significant development. Now, these more recent flights were communicated to Congress by the Trump administration using a particular notification reserved for new or updated covert programs that the CIA intends either to conceal or deny. So that's another difference here from the military flights. Now, when we asked the CIA for comment, a spokesperson declined to comment specifically about the drone missions, but said that broadly, quote, countering drug cartels in Mexico and regionally is a priority for CIA as part of the Trump administration's broader efforts to end the grave threat from narco trafficking. Director Ratcliffe is determined to put CIA's unique expertise to work against this multifaceted challenge.
Guys, I'm glad to see this. I am glad to see this. You're not seeing this on Fox News, funnily enough. You're not seeing this on Newsmax. You're not seeing it on News Nation. Hell, I came out with information the other day that Steve Bannon was days behind. Whether you like CNN or not, you've got to commend them on this information. And I'm glad to see this happening. I'd love to know how many of you are happy to see this. But these CIA drone operations under Trump, CIA is covertly flying MQ-9 Reaper drones to spy on the cartels. I'm glad to see it. Now, what I'd really like to see is these Reaper drones in action, the same action that Barack Hussein Obama, a.k.a. Barry Soetoro, used. He was the drone operator in chief, and I'm waiting to see this happen.
Now, these drone missions obviously also come amid very heightened tensions between the U.S. and the Mexican government, especially as Mexican officials are already fielding questions about why the military spy planes have been flying missions near their border in recent weeks.
They can kiss my
and
ass.
Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum and other senior Mexican officials have also emphasized in recent days the importance of sovereignty and intelligence sharing, and they've noted that the spy plane flight.
The Mexican president is now suddenly worried about sovereignty? What about our sovereignty with your daily invaders of migrants?
Airspace to kind of calm their public. But obviously these drone missions are taking place in Mexican airspace itself, and Mexican officials did not respond to our request for comment about this or whether they're even aware of these drone missions. Now, we should also note that these MQ-9 drones that are being used for the missions, they're not currently armed, but they can be equipped with payloads to carry out precision strikes, which the U.S. pretty regularly does to target suspected terrorists in Syria, Iraq, and Somalia. The Trump administration, as we know, they are preparing to treat transnational drug cartels as terrorist organizations.
Donald Trump just labeled them as terrible organizations. And by doing so, he allows the military to take direct action against them, the same way the Taliban, the same way with ISIS, same way with Hamas, Boko Haram. By designating them terrible organization, it allows the military to intervene. The previous president, Joe Biden, took no actions against the cartels, and now we're seeing it ramp up. I love this. Now, if you want to know more about what one of these Predator drones is capable of, I found this.
MQ-9 Reaper from General Atomics Aeronautical Systems is used against active execution targets and as an intelligence collection asset. The significance of the armed, multi-mission, medium-altitude aircraft lies in its ability to perform strike, coordination, and reconnaissance against high-value, fleeting, and time-sensitive targets. Features such as wide-range sensors, multi-mode communication suites, and precision weapons make it a preferred weapon in the field. It is used during irregular warfare operations in support of combatant commander objectives. The turboprop-powered multi-mission aircraft can operate at an altitude of 50,000 feet, with an endurance of more than 27 hours. Long endurance, the drone can carry various weapons, including 4 laser-guided air-to-ground missile AGM-114 Hellfire missiles and GBU-38 Joint Direct Attack munitions.
Guys, these things can operate at 50,000 feet for 27 hours with a payload that will take out any cartel leader. This is what I like to see, and we're not putting American soldiers in harm's way when we're doing this. Delivering this payload will be a game changer. The cartels, I hope you're all watching this. I hope you all see this and you now start to look for another line of work. With Donald Trump taking this level of action against the cartels, they should be very worried. The president of Mexico should also be worried, because if we find out that she has propped up the cartels, allowing them to intrude on our sovereignty, allowing them to come into the United States and put you, the American people, in harm's way, there's going to be hell to pay. And Donald Trump is just the guy to make them pay for that. We've seen it across the board, this ramping up of military going into Mexico, training Mexican Marines, possibility of deploying a carrier strike group into the Gulf of America, right off the Yucatan Peninsula. All the cards are on the table. This is something Donald Trump is not taking lightly. Do me a favor, hit the like, subscribe, thumbs up button. Make sure you share this. This is something you as the American people need to be made aware of. A lot of people say, don't share this. The cartels will know. I want them to know what's coming. And I want them to be looking into the sky to see that shadow of the Predator drone. That's what I want them to see. The Reaper, the MQ-9 Reaper, has just changed the game on the cartels. This is Yvette Biker. I'll see you on the road.
And can an amen and a boom shakalaka go right there?